Bonsoir Amelia. I'm going to try to summarize as much as I can and to avoid to send you a 45 minutes or an hour recording or video. So just to focus on the last recording, you asked me about, okay, probably the two last recording, that would be better. So this is, oh man, okay. The partitive, faire des demandes, faire des courses, demander l'emplacement. I think we have basically, how can I say? Basically, we have, I cannot go back, unfortunately. Mm, mm, mm. This is you. Up. I'm gonna do that. Sorry about that. I want just to avoid to waste your time. But we're gonna do the two last sessions because we talked about different vocabulary on the, not the last one, but the one before. Okay. Je prendrai un steak. Je prends. So if you want to order something or you want to make a request, the most basic expression would be je voudrais. When you start taking French classes, they don't really want to talk about this kind of stuff. It's je vais prendre, je voudrais. Well, normal French, we use je voudrais a lot. That's why I focused on this expression a lot. Je prends, I take. Je prends un steak. Well, you don't say that at the restaurant. You're going to say je voudrais un steak, s'il vous plaît, ou je vais prendre un steak. J'aimerais manger. So I would like as well. Je voudrais, j'aimerais manger. Ou je serais tentée, because you're a girl, so je serais tentée par le coq au vin. Okay. Would be better to use as a future. Okay. Je serais tentée par le coq au vin. Je suis tentée par le steak. I'm tempted. I would be tempted, or I'm tempted by the steak. So, a partitive. Partitive is when you cannot count something. Okay? Du vin, de l'eau, de la crème, du fromage, des œufs. Well, you can count the eggs, but you're not giving a specific quantity expression. A quantity expression would be like une douzaine d'œufs, a dozen of eggs, un kilo de farine, a kilo of flour, okay, etc. So you're specifying, so it's a specific quantity, but if you don't want to be specific and you say some, basically, well, you're going to use du, masculine, de la, féminine, de l'apostrophe if the noun starts with an H or a vowel, and des, D-E-S, if it's plural. Okay. If you have a specific quantity expression, you're going to say un kilo de, D-E, beaucoup de, D-E, un peu de, D-E. So the de is always D-E. Or it can also be D apostrophe if the noun starts with a vowel or an H. Un kilo d'orange, a kilo of oranges. Un kilo de fraises, fraises with an S. I'm not going to say des fraises, no. Des fraises is a partitive, indefinite quantity, but if I want to specify the quantity, un kilo de, D-E, fraises with an S. Okay? J'aime la crème. So if you have verbs like and dislike verbs, like j'aime, j'adore, je déteste, j'apprécie, you're not going to use a partitive. Okay? That's the only exception. You use a partitive with basically a lot of verbs except the like and dislike verbs. J'aime, je déteste, j'adore, j'apprécie. J'aime la crème, j'aime le fromage, j'aime le vin, j'apprécie les sandwichs ployants. Je déteste l'alcool, je n'aime pas le fromage, je n'apprécie pas les sandwichs. Okay? If you have a negation, you don't change that. You keep the same article. It's the, basically in English. Okay? Like and dislike verbs. Okay. Je voudrais du fromage. I would like du fromage. Du fromage is masculine. Je voudrais de la crème. It's féminine. Je veux manger des sandwiches, plural. So it's an unspecified quantity. Okay, so masculine du, féminine de la, plural des, and we have de L apostrophe when the noun starts with a vowel. Okay, my clock is off. Je voudrais de l'argent. I would like money. Je ne voudrais pas du fromage. Well, logically, we should. The French are very annoying when they speak because they use the same kind of partitive, but normally we should use ne pas de. Je ne veux pas de fromage. So if you have a partitive du fromage, and you want to add a negation, you're gonna say ne pas de. Je ne veux pas de fromage. Ne pas de. Okay? Je ne veux pas de crème. Je ne veux pas d'alcool. Je ne veux pas d'argent, etc. Okay? So we did an exercise here. I hope I can open it in a different window. That would be great. Otherwise, I have to go back to the transcript. So while it's opening, I'm gonna just here we go. Well, that was okay. Il n'y a pas un chien, il n'y a pas de chien. So the only exception with a partitive and negation is when you you use to be, and when you have an opposition. Okay. So il n'y a pas un chien. There is no dog. There are no dogs at all around. Is what we mean in French. There's not one dog, but two, or one cat. Okay. He doesn't drink milk. Il ne boit pas du lait. He doesn't drink milk, but water. It's not but water. It's like he prefers water in comparison to milk. Okay. So that would be the exceptions, but you didn't go through that. I don't think so. So don't worry about this aspect. Okay. I want to not even spend too much time on this exercise. J'ai un chien, mais je n'ai pas deux chiens. J'ai une voiture, mais je n'ai pas de voiture. J'ai de l'argent, mais je n'ai pas d'argent. Je veux du fromage, je ne veux pas de fromage. Je bois du lait, je ne bois pas de lait. J'aime le lait, je n'aime pas le lait. So you see, if I use a like or dislike verb, this article is different. It's not a partitive. We're going to skip that because it's not important. I kept repeating, the like and dislike verbs. Ok. Il y a. Il y a is there is, there are. Il y a du lait dans le frigo. Il n'y a pas de lait dans le frigo. Ok. Il y a une voiture. So now, concerning the cooking vocabulary, or kitchen vocabulary, an oven, un four, a pan, une poêle. We didn't talk about a pot. Just write it down quickly here. Up, that was for somebody else. A pot is une marmite. Sorry, une marmite. A pot, a big pot. Huh? So you can cook rice, you can cook large stuff. Okay. A saucepan, une casserole. I know the casserole, it can be a dish, but that's actually this is a physical dish. Mélanger, to mix, to blend. Cuisiner, to cook. Cuisiner au four is to bake, basically. So you cook in the oven. We don't have a verb, a specific verb for it. It's just we precise how do we cook. We cook in the oven. Okay. Whipped cream is de la, so it's a partitive. I'm not specifying the quantity. So it's like some whipped cream, de la crème chantilly. Fouetter is to whip. When you make it, you have to whip it very, very quickly. Retourner les crêpes is to flip over, flip the crepes. Fouetter la crème is to whip the cream. Fouetter les blancs. So when you make a mousse au chocolat, for instance, you need to whip the whites, the egg whites, for a long time. Bouillir is to boil. Les œufs bouillis is boiled eggs. Les légumes bouillis is boiled vegetables. We used to do that because before, a long time ago in France, well, we didn't have the steamer, so we didn't steam. Les frites, those are the French fries, but you see in French we don't use a French fries, we say just fries. Les saucisses frites, those are the fried sausages, okay. Calamar frit, we have a lot of specialties in northern France. It's so funny because the closer you get to England and Germany, the closer, I mean, the cooking is quite fatty, fried, not really full of vitamins. And when you get closer to the sun or to the south, well, you get a lot of tomatoes, olive oil, garlic, onions, lots of stuff like that. But northern France, they fry everything. In England as well, there's the fish and chips. So reheat something is réchauffer quelque chose. The microwave is le micro-ondes. Chauffer is to heat. To reheat is réchauffer. Cuisiner, to cook. Faire une tarte. We use a lot of often the verb faire, to do, to make, but it can be in a very specific expression. So faire une tarte is to make a pie. Faire un poulet rôti is like to make a roasted chicken. Okay, à la vapeur is steamed. So steamed broccoli, broccoli à la vapeur. So if you want this steamed broccoli, you need to use this expression à la vapeur. Okay. Brocoli à la vapeur, des brocolis à la vapeur. Faire à la vapeur is to steam, basically. To steam, this one, faire à la vapeur. I know it doesn't make any sense because we have a lot of words, but it's just like that. Faire des brocolis à la vapeur is like to steam, or faire à la vapeur. Faire des brocolis à la vapeur is to steam the broccoli. Faire des pâtes is to prepare pastas or to make pastas. Faire bouillir les pâtes, to boil the pastas. Faire bouillir l'eau avant de mettre les pâtes is to boil the water before inserting and putting inside the pasta. Where's the cheese? Où est le fromage? Où se trouve le fromage? So you cannot just use that with cheese. You can use that for a store, a building, a car, whatever. Okay? So, le fromage est à côté du beurre. The cheese is next to the butter. Le fromage est devant, in front, derrière, in the back, au-dessus, above, on top, en dessous, underneath. So, devant le, so let me just go back here. Devant le fromage, le fromage est devant le beurre. Sorry, le fromage est devant le beurre. The cheese is in front of the butter. Le fromage est derrière le beurre. The cheese is behind the butter. Le fromage est au-dessus du beurre. The cheese is on top, above of the butter. Le fromage est en dessous du beurre. And the cheese is underneath, below the butter. Est en dessous du beurre. Est-ce que vous avez du pain? Do you have any bread? Or do you have bread? Je voudrais du pain. I would like some bread. I would like bread. Je veux du pain. I want bread. Or some bread. To request something, basically we use je voudrais, je veux. Je veux is a tiny bit more direct, less polite. So to request something is demander. It's not to demand, it's to request, basically. Demander quelque chose. A request is une demande. Une requête. Okay, so that's the summary. And that's the next session. I believe it's the next session, December 8th. We're on December 13th. I believe that was the last session. Je donne un cadeau à ma mère. So I give a gift to my mother. Je lui donne un cadeau. So we have two kinds of pronouns. Please be careful. Direct pronouns. Okay, direct pronouns. We have je regarde la mer. Okay. I don't have any preposition, I just have la mer. I want to replace la mer, je la regarde. So we always place the pronouns in front of the verb, before the verb. Okay? Most of the pronouns for the direct pronouns are me, te, le, la, nous, vous, les. So let's say, il me regarde. I'm gonna just take the same verb. Il me regarde. He's looking at me. Il te regarde. He's looking at you. Il le regarde. He's looking at him. Il la regarde. He's looking at her, him, her. Il nous regarde. He's looking at us. Il vous regarde. Il vous regarde. He's looking at you guys. Il les regarde. He's looking at them. Okay? Okay. So we have the direct pronouns. After we have the indirect pronouns. Okay? So, well, basically, we have the preposition à somewhere. Je parle à ma mère. I'm talking to my mother. So we have à ma mère. We need to replace. Okay? So je lui parle. So let me just get rid of that. You can pause and you can go back. The pronouns we have are as follow. Je, me, te, lui, nothing else. Nous, vous, leur. Okay, so il me parle, il te parle, il lui parle. Sorry about that. Il nous parle, so we use everything the same. Hein? Okay. Il vous parle, il leur parle. It's like he's talking to me, he's talking to you, informal, he's talking to her, to him, so it's going to be the same pronoun, lui. He's talking to us, nous. He's talking to you guys, to vous, or it can be formal. And it's talking to them, leur. As long as you have this preposition in the sentence and you need to replace the complement, you need to use this pronouns. Those sont indirect pronouns. Indirect object pronouns, actually. Okay, let's get back to that. So I explained everything here. So direct pronouns. Okay, you can answer the question who, what. And I'm looking at who, the woman, okay, etc., etc. So you can just go back to this stuff. Indirect pronouns is when you have the preposition a. Je téléphone à ma mère. I'm calling my mother. To who? I'm calling who? My mother. But in French we say a. So we have the verbs with the preposition a. Parler à, to talk to. Dire à, tell to. Offrir à is to offer to someone. Écrire à is to write to someone. Répondre à is to write, to answer someone. Elle me le donne, she's giving to me. We have the double pronouns. So you need to be careful. I explained briefly. Basically, you have the two pronouns in front of the verb, no matter what. And we have these pronouns, the indirect pronouns or direct pronouns in the first position, except for lui and leur. Okay, those guys, no. We need to put them in the second position. There is somebody selling something on the street, so don't pay attention. So let's say I want to use two pronouns. It's like il me le donne. Okay? Il me le donne. It's like he gives it to me. So in French, we're going to have he, to me, it gives. I know it sounds really, really weird, but this, he gives it to me, so this, okay, let's say it's going to be blue. Okay, it's going to be blue, and this one is red. Okay, it's going to be a different way of doing it. Okay, so to me, first position. So basically, it's like me. Il me. Okay, let's use the same. Il me, it, le. Okay, so we bring it to me in front of the verb in French. Okay, but we reverse the position. It's like he, to me, it gives. Okay, we have an exception. So il me le donne. Il le lui donne. We reverse the position with lui. He gives it to him. So instead of having he, to him, it gives, we're gonna say he, it, to him, gives. Okay, so we'll reverse here. So it's gonna be the same with leur. Okay, I don't know if you have to go through that. It's just, you know, you bring all the pronouns in front of the verb, and that's just the way it is. Okay, so it would be well, you know, I explained everything here. We can reschedule the session for Wednesday 3 p.m. Wednesday 3 p.m. I have to write that down. Hold on, I'm gonna do that right now because, you know, I don't know why, but I'm feeling very tired. And you know, the whole weekend I spent to buy the Christmas. I did a lot of Christmas shopping, and it was very, very tiresome. Very tiresome. So And you know, I still have to cook, I still have to prepare Shanti's homework, food, you know, wash the laundry, picking her up and dropping her off, and everything. It's not easy. So I'm feeling it, and I fall asleep is like what, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. I'm really, you can tell it's not that late, and it's 7 right now, and I'm sleepy. Yeah. So I have a coffee next to me because I still have a lot of recordings to make. But you know, when you get when you age, it's not the age. It's just you know, when you have a lot of work, a lot of responsibilities as an adult, it can be very tiresome. But anyway, your your test is on Thursday, so please do not forget that on Wednesday we rescheduled the course. Okay, I'm gonna send you a message right now. That way we are on the same track. You have a beautiful night. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and you know, I will talk before you test if you have additional questions. Okay, take care and talk to you tomorrow. À demain.